Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double waters to the apostles of great Bilso who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the bishops, elders, and the elect of the nation of Israel. This is your brother Ayash Kabar from the GMS Virginia camp, coming at you with another short lesson that I pray that you find edifying. And basically, we're living in a time of information. We're living in a time of technology. We're living in a time of uh, um, 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 uh, great troubles, being on the cusp of things, where information is also being delivered at a level or on a level that a lot of people don't realize is available to them. So, like if anybody's been watching the news, a lot of these internet news sites and stuff like that, like Double Seven and Rumble with redacted and stuff like that. So if anyone has been watching these types of shows, then you would know that a lot of information has been readily available dealing with Babylon the Great. So a lot of the secrets that deal with Babylon the Great is also coming to light. You know, just a week ago, like a whole bunch of files have been leaked on the internet dealing with how Babylon the Great does business with its other nations, albeit its allies or its enemies. So a lot of a great light has been shown, you know, to be directed towards Babylon the Great, and a lot of these other nations are starting to hate it, as well as the people of Babylon the Great, specifically, the American citizens, you know. So enough of my rambling. I'm gonna grab a few precepts and I'm gonna continue talking. Um, Let me see what I want to get. Oh yeah, I start with the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. There's nothing happening right now that's not coming to light. And it doesn't matter what it is, because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is definitely in the earth, you know, which is also, the spirit of prophet, or the spirit of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy, as well as, truth is being sprung up in the earth, you know. A lot of things that were hidden are now in the forefront of today's society, where these people can't actually these people can't actually say that what's happening isn't happening, or what has happened haven't happened, albeit you know by their local government, or whoever, you know because America is being shown to be the great harlot, that made the world drunken off of its philosophies, off of its doctrine, off of its money, and now the nations are mad. The Egyptians are mad, you know. Neither hid that shall not be known. So everything is coming to light, everything is coming to the forefront, information is overflowing, and yet a lot of these people think that their society is going to continue to go on. Here it is, you got JB in the office, and already they're talking about other presidential candidates for 2024. And that's just how proud this devil is. You know what I'm saying? He actually thinks his kingdom is gonna continue on through 2024. I mean, Yahweh Shemel Shaharabatazah, it don't, you know, go on that long. But here it is, this devil's already looking at the next presidential candidate, that he wants, to last another 4 years, you know? Adawan Ratazah, man, you know how we hasten the day, even these days, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua just takes his fucking place out. You know? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 12. Because a lot of these people don't think that judgment is coming. A lot of these people think that they're going to continue to live their day to day. Yeah, okay, they're going to go through a financial crisis. Yeah, okay, they're going to go through a food crisis. Yeah, okay, they're going to go through a medical crisis. Yeah, okay, they're going to go through a job crisis. Yeah, okay, whatever. These people actually think that they're going to be able to bounce back and continue life the way that they known it before all of these calamities happen to fall upon them. But they just don't know that what's about to happen, is going to be the worst thing for them, because the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to fall in the earth. Actually, the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is happening, but these people don't understand judgment. You know, they don't understand the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. To these people, they just look at it as if it's another day, or like if it's another event. But it's going to get worse, and it's continuously getting worse. You know, none of the wicked shall understand. So these Edomites don't understand what's going on. They look at it in terms of Mother Nature and science and this, that, or the other, but they don't consider the works of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai because they have not known him. You know, going back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. It wasn't. It wasn't our judge. Well, we weren't supposed to drink of that cup, not at a level that we drunk the cup. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai chastened, his people, his men. He chastened his people because his people went off, and they didn't want to repent. Every time Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai sent a savior, the people went off. And every time they sent the prophet, the people didn't want to hear what the prophet had to say. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai was like, all right, fine, no problem. You don't want to listen? You want to follow these other gods? Fine. Deal with these people in their gods. I'm turning my back on. And we went through a really harsh slavery. We went through some really harsh times that no other nation upon the face of the earth has ever gone through up until this very day. No nation upon the face of the earth has gone through with what Israel went through. And then these fucking devils got the nerve to say it wasn't me. It was my forefathers. Okay, but you're still benefiting off the shit. You know what I'm saying? The same people that your forefathers did it to are still here. And you're talking about not giving them nothing. That's why this place has got to go. But there's a judgment behind that. Um, Reading on. They whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go and punish? So we drunk of the cup under your rule. You gave us the worst slavery in history. And you mean to sit there and say that you're not going to face your judgment by drinking of the cup, but double? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said that ye shall drink of the dredges thereof, meaning you're going to drink what's settled down at the bottom of the cup. So if we went through it, you're definitely going to go through it because you're the ones who did what you did to the Lord's people. And so that's why you see this place crumbling, because we are now in a time where judgment is in the earth and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is making his presence known. The elites know what's going on. They see the things in the skies and the things happening in the earth and the rumors of wars and this, that, or the other. They understand the scriptures. They see it. That's why they're trying to make this thing pop. That's why they're trying to make everything happen as quick as possible. But they can't make it happen quick enough, because for every move they take forward, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has already got him in check. Regardless to where this devil goes on the on the chessboard, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai got him in a trick bag. We had stumbling blocks. they too got stumbling blocks, and their stumbling block is the fact that they actually think that their kingdom is going to last forever. You know, the pride of thine heart has deceived these people. See if I want to grab another precept. Going down to verse 13, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that Basra shall become a desolation. And where's Basra? Basra is where the Edomites live, you know? So Basra is associated with Esau Edom. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai said he's going to make Basra a desolation, the land a desolation, meaning the people a desolation. Because Basra's still there, you know? It's talking about the people. He's going to make the people a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So every city here in Babylon the Great that Basra built up, aka Esau Edom, has built up. Because remember, I believe in the book of Obadiah, you know, Esau Edom has saith in his heart, we shall build the desolate places. You know, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua said that, but I will throw down. Well, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua throw down this time, ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back, you know, to rebuild the desolate places. Because when it's desolate, after this, 1,000 years of slavery, you know, is going out to all these Edomites, and after that, total destruction. And there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For Yahweh Shem Yahushua have spoken it. So, you know, this is it. You know, I mean, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has some payback, you know, for Esau Edom, as well as you other nations, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not out of the woods yourselves either, you know what I'm saying? Because you were down with this devil. You were down with this devil, you know, to keep us like to keep us in subjection. You were down with this devil, you know, to keep us impoverished, oppressed, you know, killing our people because you can. And then after you kill our people, and you know, I'm talking to you other nations. I'm not talking about Esau Edom. You other nations kill our people, and then you know you get off lightly. So don't think for one moment that you're not going to drink at a cup of slavery yourselves. You know, you too are going to drink of that cup, but it's just not going to be as bad as Esau Edom's cup. You know, um, and the cities, Salak, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. Verse 14. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to battle. And that's just what you're seeing now. These other nations are starting, you know, to get a whiff of, you know, the crotch of Babylon the Great, you know, and they're starting to realize that it stinks. They're starting to realize that, you know, that beautiful smell is a stench. They're starting to realize that everything that they were told is a lie. They're starting, even the allies of Babylon the Great are starting to realize, hold on one second, we're being set up for the okie doke. We're being set up not to be allies with them, but to be in subjection to Babylon the Great. You know? So here it is, you got companies, you know, you got countries like Germany and France and stuff like that, especially Germany, like with this pipeline and stuff like that, you know? And that's supposed to be an ally of Babylon the Great, but Babylon the Great just did some fucked up shit to his own allies about a year ago. So how can you be allies with a nation or a country that's always plotting against you? And that's what these other nations are starting to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you got countries like Africa that's not buying their Mo doctrine. You know, Africa's like, nah, fuck that. We're men. We're men. Y'all do what y'all do over here in Babylon the Great, but over here we're men. We don't do that disgusting shit, you know. And that's what Babylon the Great promotes. That ism. That Mo mentality. And what it does is it weakens the nations. It weakens the people. It weakens the men. And when you got weak men, you're able to run all over them. But when you got strong men, in other words, the only way to take a house is if you bind a strong man. But if you can't bind that strong man, you ain't taking that house. So Babylon the Great's in for some shit during these wars because at that point they're gonna be up against men. They're gonna be up against men that don't go for that shit. And it's gonna be a culture shock to a lot of people who think that they're just gonna be able to walk into these other countries and just take over the way that they did in the past. The spirit has changed. There's a new spirit in the earth. There's a masculine spirit being built up in the earth where, these Babylonians ain't ready for. They ain't ready for what's coming. It's about to get real up in this bitch. And a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. I read that already. I have heard a rumor. I've read this already too, but it's a lot. Let me see. Where I want to go. Verse. I'm gonna jump down to verse 16. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 16. Thy terribleness has deceived thee. See that? The terribleness of this place has deceived thee. You see, in the past, they were able to scare the people with shock and awe. They were able to scare the people by a lot of bombs, a lot of noise, a lot of, hit them quick and get out, you know. But nowadays, a lot of people understand the war tactics of Babylon the Great. A lot of people understand how this man moves. A lot of people are starting to understand what this man's about. You know, that's why the turbulence has deceived them because they actually think that they could continue to do the same shit over and over and over again and it continue to work. But like I said earlier, they're in for a rude awakening. And the pride of thine heart, oh that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest that that holdest high of the hill, though thou should have make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down thence, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because you people actually think that just because you've gone into space and you created some great technological advances in science, so falsely called, medicine, which isn't really medicine, it's just synthetic bullshit, to mask your overall symptoms, to make it feel as though you're actually being cured when in fact you're actually being treated worse than what you would if you just took herbs. Um, uh, you know, just because you think that you've done things in the earth that had a lot of people look at you with admiration and marvel that what you've accomplished, you actually think that you're on top of the world. When in fact you stole everything, you know, and you've lied about everything that you've ever begotten. And that's gonna and that's gonna be something that you're gonna have to deal with. And so we're entering in some very dark days. We're entering into some very dark times. And I just wanted to put this lesson out there that Esau Edom isn't out of the woods. You other nations aren't out of the woods. You know, you're at the dinner table with Esau Edom. You're eating that steak with Esau Edom. You're enjoying yourself with Esau Edom. You're laughing. You're drinking his wine. You're enjoying yourself with Esau Edom. And those who have begun to turn away from Esau Edom still doesn't negate the fact that what you've done unto the nation of Israel, based on what Esau Edom has set forth, you are still responsible for it. So you're going to get your recompense as well. Every one of you nations is going to get a recompense. There's no way around it. Anyhow, with that, I'd like to end this lesson. I got to get into the plantation. And so with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakbarash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is your brother Ayash Kabar from the GMS Virginia camp. Adawan Ratazah. Until the next lesson, Wa Shalom.